Hello everyone, and welcome to this Video Some Frontier video. My name is Jay Wakefield, and today we're going to be looking at something that we've not actually seen in our videos for a couple of months. We are at the Vintage Computer Corner, and well, there's something quite special I would like to show you today with the Dell Dimension 4100. So let's power it on. So the Dell Dimension 4100 is currently actually starting up, and oh no! Invalid boot diskette. Please insert boot diskette in drive A. Well, let's not get ahead of ourselves and do some bad acting like I didn't know what was the way to happen. What I've done here is I've F-disked the Dell Dimension 4100 hard drive. I completely wiped it. And there's a good reason. My friend Billy was able to source a Dell Windows 98 Restore CD. Now, I know that that the Windows 98 CD doesn't necessarily go to this machine, as of course I do have the original CD-ROMs that came with this system. But I thought I would try this one, because it's Windows 98, but it's Dell, and it actually sets everything, it just basically sets up a basic Windows 98 install automatically for you. So, what I'm going to do here is I'm actually going to give it a go. First off, I'm going to question which is the first drive. I believe I set the top drive to be the master, because you can only boot from the top drive on these Dells. Same with this one, I set the top drive as the master. And if I get any other, get any other Dells that I choose to put two optical drives into, then I will be making those the master drive, the top drive again. So now I've managed to boot from the CD, and yeah. The first thing to see was an error, but right, Dell product recovery. So this is kind of nice. Welcome to the emergency recovery. This program recovers a Windows 98 operating system. Warning, selecting certain options from this program could overwrite or erase data on your hard drive. You will always be given the opportunity to cancel the operation prior to any destructive action. If you are unsure what option to do, you can obtain further information by clicking the help icon, move over to the question mark pointer icon and click. By selecting OK, you are accepting the terms of Microsoft, the Microsoft End User License Agreement that appears in the Windows 98 License Agreement Setup screen. Required partitions are missing. Do you want to recovery to create your erase your hard drive and automatically recreate your partitions for you? Yeah. Do you want recovery to automatically recreate your partitions for you, erasing all data on your hard drive? Yeah. Because I did it myself. I kind of like how this almost looks like Windows 95. You know, it's got a button there. There's where the taskbar would be. Copyright 1993 to 2000. Logistics, www.dell.com, support.dell.com. Would this have came with a machine like mine? I'm really not sure. To be honest, I've never seen anything quite like this, because traditionally in the UK, Dell machines actually just came with a Windows CD, two driver CDs to cover the entire gamut of drivers that could have, well, to cover the entire gamut of hardware that could possibly have been included with a Dell Dimension you know, well, a Dell computer shipped from the factory, and it will have came with any software that you may have pre-ordered that may have been bundled with it. So this could be something like Microsoft Works or Work Suite, something like Enter Video, Win DVD, or you know, just kind of anything like that. So what's happened now is, because I deleted all the partitions off of my hard drive, the Dell product recovery has went and made some. Proceed with format, Y/N. Y. So I'm guessing this is, judging by the time it's spending at 0%, it's actually probably going to do a full format. This is an 80 gig hard drive. I can pretty much guarantee you that this is going to take a while. I remember on the 2001 custom built, when I upgraded to a 60 gig hard drive, it took about an hour and a half to do a full format. So, while the hard drive is formatting, most of you will know what I'm away to do here. However, some of you will not. And this is usually the time to make yourself a nice wee cup of tea. Also, you know, it's a good time to empty the washing up water. But look at this, and all clean dishes. Look at that. Love that. I don't like having dirty dishes coming up the place, I'll be honest. You know, my student days are over. I always put a wee bit more water than I'm going to need. Just, you know, I have this morbid, I do actually have this morbid fear of putting a kettle on with nothing in it. And then it bursting into flames. And then me having to say, hey, calm down. Copyright Harry Enfield. Actually, despite what I've just said there, I don't talk to my appliances in a Liverpoolian accent. And it would be hilarious, but as I'm on my own, nobody else would get the joke. However, if I did want to do other Liverpoolian things, I could tackle Newcastle players. It's just dirty. You know, I used to be a Liverpool football fan, and I was in my local pub yesterday enjoying a cup of tea. Yes, I actually was enjoying a cup of tea. And I caught the start of the Liverpool-Newcastle game. This was 1st of November 2014, and I've got to be honest, disappointed in the dirty play for you to then be beaten by Newcastle. Anyway, I'll be right back. And I thought I'd show the top now, kind of clear of sugar, you know, because I don't like dirty worktops either. So I think that hard drive formatting there will actually give me some time to actually charge this phone. I think that's why computers take so long to format. So it's when you're making a video, you've got a chance to kind of give your video camera or smartphone a wee snap charge. You can. Okay, so as soon as the computer started formatting, it's actually now started to copy the files. And what it looks like it's going to do is what I always do. It's going to copy the Windows setup files to C:\Windows\ops and options\cabs. See? So that shouldn't take too long. See? It's going away. It's going. However, unlike me, it's actually going to copy like things like the online services folder. Obviously, I don't do any of that. So I'll be right back once this is copied. So the files have all copied and the CD has now been ejected. Windows 98 operating system has been recovered. You should now remove the recovery media from the drive. Select OK to reboot your computer and complete the recovery process. Well, is anyone's guess what's going to go on here? Is it going to start Windows 98 setup, or is it going to go onto kind of a custom kind of screen that is running Windows 98 setup in the background or something? Getting ready to run Windows for the first time. What on earth are with these bars? So this bit is kind of like the Compact Presario 2240. What we have here is basically I've got to select the regional settings. So I'll go for British using a United Kingdom keyboard. Setup needs to restart your computer to complete the changes to your regional settings and keyboard layout. Well, that's absolutely fine. And now it's just a case of registering. So I'll be back once I've filled this info in. So that's Windows 98 now setting itself up. So basically I believe what will happen is this will be pretty much like the last couple of restarts on Windows 98 setup. There we go. That's those bars sorted out. So it's a way detecting the hardware. Like I said, I mean, I don't really know what this disk, what machines this disk would have went to, but I have a feeling that all this is a glorified Windows 98 installation disk that actually puts the Dell OEMINFO in, you know, into Windows and what have you. And I can't believe it. I don't believe Solitaire, or any of the games actually, are included with a standard Windows 98 install. It's kind of like Windows 7 Professional in that respect. Or I guess even Windows Vista Business. In fact, yes, Windows Vista Business as well. Kind of shows that Windows 98 would have, you know, kind of shows that Microsoft knows Windows 98 would have been used in business. And oh my goodness, look at all these. So, is this 2nd of November? 320. Nope, it's actually 223. It's November the 2nd, 2014. That's today's date. And where has 2014 gone? I mean, seriously, where's it went to? Just doesn't seem too long ago since 2014 was just kind of starting. Shutdown update 1, shutdown update 2. I wonder if it's updates to kind of stop Windows 98 from not being able to shut down. I mean, look at all these. File access URL. Is that where it actually says, you know, where to find the Windows 98 CD? So I'll let this roll ahead and I'll be right back once it's done. So, it's going to be a heavy edit job. So, this is Windows 98 starting, I guess. Unknown user. How about J? That's usually what I go by. It's nice to have a system that doesn't crash when a floppy drive is seeked. Oh, an active desktop starts auto magically. Soon put paid to that. Oh, or maybe not. As UXW Bill would so eloquently put it, that was a little uh-oh that you might have with Windows 98. Look at that. Dell Computer Corporation. 512 megs of RAM. There you have it. We've got some Dell stuff. See if there's any Dell OEM wallpapers. No, there isn't. Okay, that's absolutely fine. However, let's have a look at what's in the start menu. Nope. Nothing in here. Well, that's absolutely fine. You know, this is basically just Dell with Windows 98 2nd edition. It's just a stereotypical recovery CD, I would say. So the next thing I will obviously need to do is, oh, there's a wireless adapter. I completely forgot I got that with this machine. What's this? WorkSuite 2000. That's nice. There's just the one disc in there. I think the others are in the box. And here's like, so obviously what I'm gonna do is obviously just kind of go and use the CDs that came with this machine to restore it. So for those of you who've not actually seen what these are like, on the Dell Dimension XPS T500, it actually gave you a stern warning that this disk was, excuse me, to be used by admins only. This one is a support CD, obviously. But when you actually insert the correct CD, it actually is a lot more friendly towards the end user. I mean, sure, I could get, well, I managed to get, obviously, a Dimension T500 installed using that other recovery CD. But you know, to be honest, it's a home computer. You couldn't expect people to just go to their quote-unquote network admin. The first question out of a lot of people's mouths would be, who the hell is that? Is that my internet service provider? I can imagine FreeServe would have been getting a lot of calls going, but my Dell, I need a network admin to come and sort it. Or system administrator. Whereas this one, the Dell Resource CD is about to begin the installation routine. Once the installation is completed, you can launch the Dell Resource CD by reinserting the CD-ROM in the drive. This application can also be started from the Dell Accessories group in the Start menu if the CD-ROM is already in the drive. Or maybe on that older Restore CD, Dell did that to make everyone feel good. Oh, this should only be attempted by a network or system administrator or repair engineer. And then when you actually are able to use the CD yourself to reinstall any corrupted drivers or software, you feel like you're a bona fide network admin, system admin, or whatever, you know, system engineer, what have you. It's all about Dell making you feel good because they realise that life is a bit crap at times. So I think what I'll do is I'll go through the first restore on here, but then I'll do the rest of it. I'll do the rest of it off camera because there is a couple of other things I'm working on at the same time. The Dell Resource CD is your resource for device drivers, diagnostics and technical information in the event that they are required to resolve a problem with your computer system. The CD is not required for initial installation or setup of your computer. Be sure to keep the CD in a safe place for future reference as required. You can also reference this CD to learn more about Dell's award-winning products and services. Links to Dell's internet website are provided for direct links to Dell, where you can find the latest technical information, product offerings and pricing. Consult the online help to obtain more information about the use of this CD. I'm going to click next. Operating system Windows 98. I like that. Look at all the operating systems that are supported. 2000, NT, 98, DOS and Windows ME, even though this system came preloaded with ME. I don't want topics. I just want all. Actually, I want drivers, you know? Drivers. So, here you have all the different drivers. So, I guess in this sense, you have to know what your system has in it. I happen to know that my sound card has a... I happen to know that my computer has a GeForce 2 MX graphics card, I believe. And I also happen to know that my sound card drivers, I believe, are on their own CD, so I won't find them on here. It's a Sound Blaster Live 128 Value Edition. What have I done? So, with the graphics drivers, it tells you how to install them, so I'm going to go ahead and install them on my own. Because these are older NVIDIA drivers that don't generally have a nice Windows installer routine on them. These are quite old drivers. I mean, in this case, I might upgrading to new ones might actually not be such a bad idea, because you know, then I can access things like higher resolutions. There we go, 32 meg NVIDIA GeForce 2 MX Dell. See, and usually my GeForce 2s have been 64 megs. And I don't know why it's saying keyboard error, because there isn't one. So there you have it. I do believe, yep, that is my graphics drivers all installed and away. Yay, yay for them. Really glad about them, really happy for them. I am actually gonna restart, because if you don't restart when changing the color depth from 16 to 32 bits, you get some odd issues, like the shadows under the icons in dialog boxes, you know, like the warning icon, or the speech bubble, or the question mark, or the red cross, the white cross and the red circle. The shadows become kind of pale yellow. Damn it, Randy! But it's just really odd, is that? So, you know, it's always best if you're going from 16 to 32-bit to restart your computer. And while I'm at it, I think what I'm going to do is reset this adapter to default. I just kind of get the feeling that, yeah, there we go. That's clearer, much clearer now. It's I'm going to show window contents while dragging, and Faraday anything. Large black mouse pointer, and there you have it. So this is what I'm going to do. I'm just going to install some of these drivers, and I'll be right back. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you a wee trick, because I have no idea which chipsets and what have you are in this computer. It's been a while since I actually formatted it and what have you. So I'm actually going to boot up from a damn small Linux disk. See, then so what I want to do is I just want to press enter to boot, and what this will do is it'll boot into a live Linux environment. Obviously, it'll just take a couple minutes to initialize all of the hardware and what have you. Now, you will probably see some of the hardware devices on here. But nevertheless, I am going to show you how to find out all of the hardware devices. And don't worry, it talks about partitioning the hard disk, but as it's a live distro, it will not actually destroy anything on the hard disk because it's booting straight from the CD-ROM. Right. So what I want to do is I want to start a terminal session. So I'll just kind of click there. And then I want to type LSPCI. And what this does is it probes the computer's hardware. And we actually get to find out what devices are in here. So we know it's an 815 chipset. We know it's an AD Tech or whatever it is. I can't actually read that. Creative Lab Sound Blaster controller. Connexent modem. NVIDIA GeForce 2 MX400. And yeah, basically everything that we need to know about this PC and all the drivers we need to install. Now at this point, what I would do is I would use a mobile phone, if you've got a powerful enough one to take a photograph of the screen. If not, jot down everything that's in the screen so you know which drivers to install. I'm going to use my mobile phone. Right, now that's done, what we can do is we can exit damn small Linux. We want to uncheck the box that says backup because there's nowhere to back up to. What we're going to do is we're actually going to reboot the computer. There we go. And what will happen is Linux will shut down in its usual verbose way. And the CD will be ejected. And when I press enter, the computer will restart back up. And assuming you've removed all the disks from the drives, your machine will actually just boot up back into regular Windows 98. And with that done, what I can actually do is go and install the correct hardware now. I can actually do that. So back into here I go, and I can look for the Intel 815 chipset inch. I always right click and select copy on these locations just in case I actually need to do a manual hardware install. But on this one, it's just really a case of starting the Intel driver setup wizard, and away we go. Just do that. And with the Intel chipset driver, because it's pretty much everything on the motherboard, it will actually go ahead and install quite a bit. It will actually say that it's found quite a lot of new hardware. as you can see there, found new hardware. Firmware hub device. And that's going to install all these devices, and yeah, so best thing to do is let it install, and when you get back to the desktop, go back into the Dell Resource CD and install all the drivers, however you are installing your drivers. And that's what I'm going to do. So sometimes you may actually get other discs with your computer. So for example with this one, I got my sound card driver discs, a copy of WorkSuite 2000, and a copy of WinDVD, Easy CD Creator 4, and Windows ME. Now, I also added an Ethernet card, and quite wisely, oh yeah, and I also got a copy of Norton Antivirus 2000. Quite wisely, I installed an Ethernet controller, and I put the disk in with the rest of the ones that go to this computer. I will confess to being slightly worried about the whereabouts of that disk, but it's good to know that it is actually safe with the box. Anyway, I'm away to install the Sound Blaster driver. Well, we are back, and I would like to say now that the basic Windows install has been completed. And I don't know where that extra meg of RAMs went. Thanks. All the hardware devices are installed. Now, there is a wee note about this. The modem drivers were not on the CD. Seriously. So I had to download all the modem drivers from Dell's website previously, and I found them, and I had to install them from my flash disk, which is absolutely fine, but I just find it a wee bit odd that there was absolutely no dial-up modems at all. No drivers for them at all on that disk. Even though it turns out, it seems it was a Dell modem because there was a driver for it. Alright, I've not installed Adaptec Easy CD Creator 4 because it seems that during the life of this machine, the DVD drive was upgraded to a DVD burner. Of course, Adaptec Easy CD Creator will not support that. However, Roxio Easy CD Creator 5 should. Anyway, this has been a Video Sans Frontier video. I hope you've enjoyed watching it. If you have, please feel free to subscribe. And I hope you'll all join me for my next video. Thank you very much for watching. See you in my next video.